So you're back for the nitty-gritty, dirty details of the studio tour. So glad to have you. I don't know, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, this room was pristine. It was pristine. I had all my stuff. Well, let me back up. A couple of months ago, it was absolutely pristine because it was just an empty office. I gutted it. It used to be when I taught college English. This was my home office, so every space was filled with textbooks. These shelves were custom built for me to house my weird, big, shaped, odd-shaped size, large-size textbooks. Yes, English is my first language, and despite the way I speak on these videos, I'm an actual college English professor. Words are my life. But I retired from teaching, and this office just sat here for a long, long time. I wasn't sure what to do with it. And so I thought, well, I'll just make it my little writing studio. And I took everything out and took all my textbooks downstairs to the basement because I don't have the heart to part with them. They're my babies, all hundreds of them. There's even shelves in there that were built for extra storage. I had so many textbooks. But anyway, so I gutted it. I took everything out, everything out, and just had this minimalist Zen room. I repainted everything. I got some new lamps and some new shelving, and you can't see it, but there's stacks of new flooring right there ready to go in. And then I discovered junk journaling. And then I redid these leftovers I had in the basement, and collected all of my junk journal supplies, and it was pristine. It was gorgeous. I had everything in its place, and I did a few small projects here on my beautiful little, I have a little kind of a vintage desk. And I have a nice mat on it so that I won't ruin my vintage desk. And I even installed a small television in here so I could watch close up and personal when I was learning how to make things and do things, and watching all the ephemera videos and how to make things with book pages. And so it all worked brilliantly. And then I started going to St. Vincent's off shop, secondhand store, and collecting more goodies and 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 more goodies, and literally got addicted to the thrill of the hunt. And not that there's anything wrong with the thrill of the hunt. When you have a room this size, you're gonna have to rein it in just a little bit. Now that I'm putting this out there, well, I am challenging myself to clean up my act. This is ridiculous. This has to become workable. But like I said, I think you'll like not only the results, because I'll keep you posted. I promise I will show you the end result. So yeah, we'll just get right to it. So if you missed it, I did just a quick like sweep tour and told you some of my favorite odd tools, like cuticle pusher and a bathroom toilet roll holder and a relish tray, and how I make use of those in the studio. That's in a previous video. I'll link it below. If not, you can find it. It's right before this one, I do believe. We're just going to pick up where we left off and get to the nitty-gritty details. What's in all the drawers and cubbies, and we'll open some stuff and figure some things out. So in here, I just have my Post-its, things that I need at the ready. My TV remote control, because my TV's right here behind this. So when I'm sitting here working, I can watch TV or have a movie on or learn something. I like to watch documentaries, FYI. These are all my, I'm sorry, let's stick. Can we just finish what we started? The Post-it notes, bookmarks, timer. I love to use the timer when I'm doing creative projects or cleaning projects. I love these old-fashioned tick, 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 tick kind of timers because for some reason they just get you going. Up here, I'm only going to show you the junk journal stuff. You don't really need all my writerly stuff and any of that crap. That'll be maybe a video for a different day, a different channel. This is going to be my fussy cutting basket. Things that need fussy cutting will go up here in this basket. I also have these little, these super cool Altoid tins. I've seen them altered, you know, to do little dioramas inside. They're so cool. I don't know what I'm going to do with mine, but I wanted them out of the way and out of sight, not junking up the place. So they're up there. So that's going to be fussy cutting basket. This is my journal that I keep on track of all the ideas that I want to do, what kind of journals I want to do, what kind of projects I want to start, my thread waxing stuff, notebooks, because I always have to take a note. See, and you got to get creative. There's not enough room on the desk, so we'll stick it in a basket. Anyway, these are my thread waxers. Watch one of my So Crafty It's Criminal videos for more on that. My relish tray, that usually lives down here just to get it off the desk. And my little spinny right here handy. I've not used this yet, but it's from Saran Wrap. When you pull off the new thing, it's got this nice serrated edge. I'm thinking it would be okay, and maybe if I used it in conjunction with the metal ruler and just use that as the edge, that way you could get, I don't know, I'm gonna try it anyway. So that's in here, my metal ruler, my Teflon scissors, my craft, what is this? This is a box cutter. Decent scissors, pencil, paint markers, clips, highlighters, Sharpies, staplers, little stapler, more stickies, bulldog clips. I found this Tim Holtz. I had no idea what it was. It was in a Ziploc bag that I got at St. Vinny's for a couple of dollars. It had a whole bunch of Tim Holtz things in it. This is an edge distresser. So if you didn't tear your paper, you could run it along. There's a circular blade in there. And you can just run it along. And it roughs up the edges pretty nice. I have used it several times. My Mrs. Grossman tweezers. Tweezerman. Hello. Oh, where'd my little thing go? I have had these since Creative Memories started 25 years ago, 20 years ago, and I've managed to keep track of that little rubber cover for them. When I am using my tweezers and I take that little protector off, because these are so sharp, and I like that. My little polar bear here, he keeps it safe for me, so I always know where to find it. My absolute favorite fussy cutting scissors. These are amazing. Okay, since Riley is here, I don't want to interrupt her. Down here, these two totes have my personal glue book stuff in. When I just feel like glue booking, I can just grab one of these totes. The glue is in there, the t-shirt wiper downer is in there. The pages and stuff I've collected is in there. The book and or magazines that I'm using to glue stuff to is in here. You know, the actual glue book. I'm just using a composition book. Today I sewed a couple of brochures together. That'll be a glue book. That'll be a glue book. T-shirt to smooth it all out and make sure everything's adhered. That's a glue book. Just an old calendar. And then all the stuff that I've cut out to put in the glue books. Oh, we'll get to that big drawer in a minute. My little rescued garden shed tray in here is just various tools, punches, miscellaneous stamped corner punches. Of course, my favorite stamp. I love that stamp. Giant paper clips, because why not? Small corner, again, Creative Memories. This is an original. It's probably worth, you know, $1. Worth something. Here's another one of those Tim Holtz tools that was in that bag. It's a pokey tool. If you don't want to use the big bite, you can use a pokey tool. That comes in quite handy. Pliers. Again, these all come in handy. Some edge scissors. My little awl. Miscellaneous scissors, my art glitter glue metal tip, because I don't keep it on there all the time. I think I probably should. I'd save a lot of glue that way, probably. My tiny little collection of washi tape. I've watched other washi tape people. Holy smokes, this is pathetic and sad, but it's mine and I love it. Also other tapes, masking tape, white duct tape, black duct tape, painter's tape, like a green painter's tape. Oh, these are embossing powders. I like these tiny little washies. I got these mostly at Dollar Tree, I believe, but I think you can get them at Walmart too, the little tiny guys. Oh, and I made some of my own washi tape with just clear Scotch tape and an old book, and you can make these super fun. You just put it on, peel it off, and then you can use this as washi tape. I think it's so cool. More tools, some stamps that I made with a fun foam package I bought. Either I might have got it at Meijer for $5 or $6, and I just made a whole bunch of stamps with the fun foam. They were already shaped. Sparkle dust, sparkle glue, clamps. I love using nail polish in some things. More giant paper clips. I thought they were all together. Silly me. My corner chomper. This was in that bag. Ranger. They are texture tools for his texture pastes. All different kinds. That was a nice freebie. Before I had that, I bought this Wilson cake from the cake decorating spot at Walmart to do similar things. Texture. I was going to use it on the jelly plate, but holy Hannah, it's pretty sharp, and so I did not. Because I didn't want to damage the jelly plate, but it would be good for texture paste if I ever do that. My brayer. I saw somebody using a fork for something that was brilliant, and I thought, oh, I need a fork, and now I have a fork. Beautiful dragonfly stamp. Those wheels. Big into dragonflies around here. Not so much into butterflies, but dragonflies are all over the place. Oh, come on. My ink pads. The junky stuff I got at St. Vinny's in different hauls. Oh dear. My re-inker exploded. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. What an oogie mess. Thanks, Ranger. Well done. Why would it do that? Sealed in the bag, like, ugh. There's a project for later. Some daubers, some miscellaneous. This is just a changeable stamp. You can use different things. And then I got some just old funky stamps that, you know, from old office. Those are my favorites, of course. I love these. I didn't think I would, but I love them for stenciling especially. Love them. Want to get a whole set of these, this size of the Tim Holtz stuff. These are okay. They're alright, but I'd rather have the good stuff. But those came cheap, so that's where you start. And then you get fussy. So I didn't have to do those super sharp texture tools on my gel plate because I found these at St. Vincent's too. They're $18 on Amazon. They're super thick, heavy-duty silicone, specifically made for the jelly plate. So I got, these were $1.99 at St. Vinny's. I didn't even know such a thing existed. Stamp cleaning pad from Stampin' Up! A million years ago. These are kind of cool. I think they're from the Dollar Tree. They're just tiny little palettes when you just need a tiny little bit of color mixed up or something and you don't happen to have a Tim Holtz craft mat or a silicone whatever. You can just use these. Same thing here, little shot glasses. I'm not sure where these came from, but if you need to just mix up a little bit. Homemade alcohol inks. This is all my collection of acrylic paints. Bingo daubers. These are fun. Make splotch marks with and whatnot. Stampin' Up! Ink cleaning mist. Again, 20 years old or better. Not a big stamper. This is filled with miscellaneous stuff. I have these cool little tins. I'm not sure what to do with them. I see Tracy Fox uses tins for her storage for a lot of things. What I've been jamming in here are little bits of embellishments that I've made. Different embellishments that I have played around with. Clusters, corners, seed packets, just all kinds of things. I made a whole bunch of these envelopes to make little, again, from a Pam at the Paper Outpost video. I just did a whole bunch of these so that when I want one, I can just grab them. They're already pre-folded, pre-distressed. All I have to do is decorate them to coordinate with whatever project I'm doing. So this is my embellishment collection so far. And then under here, my trimmer. I got this beautiful 9x12 mixed media paper notebook. I wanted to do an art journal. I haven't done anything yet. This is filled with tags. Different shapes and sizes. Here's my Wreck-It Rita journal for my practice stuff. Anytime I want to do something funky, I'm not sure it's going to work, I drag out Miss Rita and she helps me figure it out. Okay, while Riley moved, we'll go back to the desk and just go in here. Now, I have not cleaned this out. I just have spent a couple days cleaning in here. Some stickers, hand lotion, paper clips, a little watercolor kit. that I made up with my own color palettes. So that anytime I want, I can just quick like watercolor. I don't have to go to the closet and drag out my big watercolor kit way up there. Pencil sharpener. Incense. It's been a while since I've been in here. Just, you know, desk stuff. Rubber bands, lighter for my candles, mini pens, mini stapler, big stapler, tape, glue. My favorite pens. I love these Inkjoy pens. I use these all the time for writing. Super smooth. Love them. My rotary cutter. These little buggers, I just think they're so cute. They're so cute. I use chopsticks a lot for stirrers. Extra blades for my cutters. My crocodile thing, so I know which setting to put the thing on for which kind of eyelet or whatever it is I'm setting. I keep it very handy because for some reason I can't get it in my head. This is full of little charms, and every time I have if I have it out and I have some paper with writing on it, I glue it on because I don't want a Despicable Me tin, so it's gonna look like that when it's done, but I have some work to do yet. And there's that. My drumsticks. I love one of these days I'm gonna buy a drum kit. I want to learn how to play drums for real. Oh, what a good stress reliever that would be. Crafting is one thing, but beating the crap out of some drums and irritating your neighbors, it just doesn't get better than that. Oh, mess to clean up from Ranger. This is one of my favorite things in all the world. It's a cyclopedic medical dictionary. One reason I love it so much is its cover is flexible. I don't know why that appeals to me so much. And it's got those old, not quite onion skinny pages, but nice thin. I love the finger things. It has that old book smell. I was using it for pokey tools before I got my big bite. And for those of precious few still might not know, the big bite is this little guy. He's not little, he's nice size. I didn't realize this, but he has his own feet, and that just thrills me to no end too, that he just sits, he's so solid and wonderful, and he does all kinds of things. He makes holes effortlessly, little holes and big holes. So if you're doing putting together a journal, making your own, signatures and poking holes in them, and poking holes in your spine in order to attach your journal, or however you're doing it. This just makes it so much easier. I just love it. He sits here. But anyway, if you're doing something smaller, or you don't need to get out the big bite, you can just lay your signatures in here and use a pokey tool or a big needle or an awl or an ice pick, and that's what I was using it for. Now that I have my big bite, I don't know what I'll use it for, but I just love it. And I have another beautiful dictionary. I'll use its pages for journals, I'll use it for collage, I'll use it for doing watercolor and stamping on. I just love the look of a dictionary page. Probably harkens back to my writer's soul. Now this looks like a jumbled nightmare, and it sort of is. Some of my favorite little projects. I made this. I love this. I made this in less than an hour, and it's one of my favorite things ever. I have a quick dip on that. I'll try to remember to link it below, but what this is all jelly plate related. These plastic lids from leaf lettuce make great quickie palettes. These are torn Walmart bags and or produce bags. They make great saran wrap instead of buying the saran wrap. I just use torn plastic. This stuff is great. It makes such good marks. My jelly plate tablecloth, my bubble wrap, and all my jelly plate papers and things that I want to do, and my jelly plate. I bought a 12 by 12 jelly plate. It's actually a little bit bigger than a 12 by 12, so I only have to have one, unless I want to start stamping with them, which I don't see me doing anytime soon. So I only needed one. Instead of buying one for every size, I can do every size. I can do a small index card on the big plate, and I can do a full 12 by 12 sheet if I want to, and anything in between with just one plate. That made more sense to me than buying 3 different sizes or 8 different sizes, which of course they would like you to do. Next up is, these are just a mishmash. I should say I cleaned the outside of the room. You know, I made it look pretty. I did not do a full-on organization thing. I found this in my car the other day. I don't even remember getting it. And it's from an office supply. This is a nice soft rubbery squeegee. And then it's got what looks like an ice scraper on 2 sides. And then this thing, maybe a different kind of ice scraper, I don't know, but it seems to me an awfully good mark making tool, whether you're squeegeeing paint on or making marks or squeegeeing it on with a harder surface. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I haven't used it yet, but this is just all mark making. All mark making, circles. I saw somebody had these in their mark making kit, and they made such a cool pattern. This seemed like a cool shape. So this is really just all for mark making. I bought, this was in a gift bag, a grab bag at St. Vinny's craft bag. I didn't like that, so I tore him off of there and I put my Boston on there. You know, actually it's Frenchy, but it's as close as we've come so far. Oh, these teeny tiny little buggers. They're so cute. Haven't even opened them yet. I think these were in a craft grab bag as well. Stamps, more stamps. These are on clearance at Walmart this spring. This one's old. I've had that since my years as a fine artist. Bubble wrap, bricks, script, music, postage. This one's one of my favorites. I use this a lot. It's just simple but gorgeous. These are all dictionaries from which I can pull pages out for different things. I'm trying to, not wanting to sit in there. This is just plain paper. If I want a piece of plain paper right now, it's right handy. Notebook paper, index cards, because sometimes you just need a piece of plain paper. These are some of my new pads, mixed pads, brights, black and white, and then down in here, oh, I just keep throwing stuff in here. Shame on me. Jingle bells and Christmas and Halloween. Look at there. But when all that junk's not in here, it's just 12 by 12s. I have these great, I got them years ago at Office Max. They're 12 by 12. They're staples, I mean. 12 by 12 envelopes, and they hold all the papers, and I have them organized by color and or season. This front part is all different stencils and a few stamps. Stickers, blank calendars, Boston Terrier calendars for future use, and then some holiday stuff I'm gonna have to find a home for, but not today. Today's not that day. Back in here, rolls, craft paper, wrapping paper. This box has a whole bunch of used Ziploc bags from here that I've used and will reuse over and over and over again. Oh, coming back to the side, I got this cool little thing for $2 at St. Vinny's the other day. I got a whole bunch of stamps, new stamps, so cool. And a truckload of stickers. Well, it was like, I felt like I won the lottery. There's a whole haul video or two about that. Not quite sure I'm going to use it for right now. Stickers seems like a good idea. This, look, new storage. I haven't even opened that yet. Over here is just all kinds of bits and bobs. Clips and buttons, charms, kinds of buttons. Same thing in here. Oh, we'll drag it out. These are so handy, you know, because you can take the whole thing all at once. Lid comes off. Bulb pins. Took me the longest time to figure out what these were called so I could order some bulb pins, B-U-L-B pins. Some stuff that alcohol dyed, put them in the Ziploc bag, sprayed them with my homemade alcohol ink sprays, and they came out beautifully. Got that idea from Paper Outpost. Who's surprised? Anybody? Anybody? Beads. Plain ones so I can dye some more, or paint them, or whatever you call it. Head pins to make some cool book bling. Various charms and beads. More beads. More jewelry findings, jewelry to take apart. I do not have 3 drawers full of broken jewelry. Holy smokes. Oh, these are fun. I love these. Dollar Tree has been carrying these little glass corked glass jars in various sizes for $1. I think you get 6 or 8 of them. And they're so much fun to put on. Here's a different size, a little bit bigger. You know, fill them with beads, fill them with little words, fill them with sand. Make sure to glue the top in really good so it doesn't all come out on you or whoever you're giving it to. But, oh, so cool on the spine of a book or as a charm. Love, love, love. Found a truckload of beads at St. Vinny's the other day, so this is all beads and jewelry findings and just miscellaneous stuff that may help in this adventure as we go along. Oh, let's see. I gotta be running out of battery here pretty quick. These are all books that I am going to use for myself for altered books. This one's already altered and I'm starting to fill up. But this one's dog related, gray purple, my favorites. Nice old one, that was fun. Dog related, again, who's surprised? But these are all books that I'm going to use for myself for altered books. In the earlier video, I pulled this basket out of the closet and said we'll get to that later, and did not. But we'll get to it now. This lives in here, in the closet, out of the way, because I don't like to see all the junk. But I found that I wasn't doing stuff because it was such a pain to go into the closet, into the vast storage, and get a couple paper bags and some cardboard and some miscellaneous paper and some deli paper, etc. Instead of digging in here, I had this beautiful basket and I just filled it. I've got cardboard, a lot of things that can be journal covers or bookmarks or whatever, all the stuff that we use. This thing here is filled with tags like Cat Hand makes. I have bits and pieces of material. Whoops, I'm sorry. Bits and pieces of material in here. Napkins. So literally, I can just work from this basket for a really long time. And when this basket depletes, well, then I'll go in here and pull some more crap out. But this is basket number 1. We'll call this one basket number 2. So I can just eat. This is simple. I can pull this out and use it too. And this is bits of ribbon and threads, words and phrases, threads and material, scraps. This is all scraps. Paper offcuts, miscellaneous, things that are left over from my projects that I've recently done, strips. So again, linen, so I can stamp on that or stain it or spray it with alcohol inks or throw watercolor at it or whatever I want. So this is an easy grab. So that's basket number 1, basket number 2, and then in here is basket number 3. Basket number 3. Teeny tiny little bits. I could do tags. I could just take this basket out of here and that Reese's tin, and I could, and some glue, and just make tags until the cows come home. With what's in here and what's in there, I'll be all set. In basket number 3, all kinds of things. Index cards, mulberry paper, some of these offcuts for mats, a truckload of scraps of different sizes and shapes. These are all teeny tiny little things. These are a little bit bigger. These are a lot bigger. Napkins, tissue paper, book pages, deli paper, stamped paper, dyed paper, jelly printed pieces. You name it, it's in here. So again, I don't have to go digging in here for a whole bunch of stuff. I can just use from these 3 baskets and I'm good to go. Underneath that, basket number 3 is my collection of magazines. Our library was going through a major overhaul, so I was lucky enough to get a truckload of different magazines like Science and Money and Guns and Gardens and stuff that I would never usually come across. And the lady was giving away a whole big box of women's magazines. Like, I don't know, there was like 50 magazines in there and she just gave them to me. I've been sharing them, so they're not all in here, but, and catalogs and things. So this is where I get a lot of my cool stuff for images, you know, to play with, whether it be for my glue book or who knows. But so that's where I go for that. In here I've got tea towels jammed in, the flour sack tea towels. I have one handy, but when I need more, there they are. This I saw on Cat Hand once. She did something with ransom letters, and so I spent one whole day just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and organizing letters and numbers. I collect interesting, when I see interesting fonts and colors and whatnot, I collect them. I put them in this Ziploc bag, and then when I feel like fussy cutting, I'll fussy cut these and add them to the organized container. And here is just a box of book pages, all different shapes and sizes. And I've got all the rest downstairs, but I don't need everything I own up here. I just don't. That's enough for me for now. In here I've got, these are book pages as well, a glue pad, magazine glue pad, miscellaneous papers and whatnot, a nice rubber silicone spatula for things, my fabric scissors. These are specially marked, so I don't use them for anything but fabric. Right here are my regular scissors, so I don't have to go far. Oh, we are at 40 minutes. I'm going to finish the side of it, and then I'm going to give my camera a break and you a break. And if you want to see the rest of it, that'll be in the next video. So we're going to finish this up. In here's my twines and stuff to use to put the signatures together. Various twines, cords, elastic cords, my eyelets. I need some more eyelets. Some stretchy fabrics, some dental floss right there, baker's twine in there, and then in here just a variety of stickers. I have bigger stickers like this great big sticker. I just folded it in half, crammed it in here, but normally they're in with the 12 by 12 so they don't get ruined. So next time we will pick up here on the little IKEA wannabe cart and finish it out. My take at the lake out for now.